Now you are officially a resident of
Yeah.
Minnesota. What do you hate the most?
What do I hate about Minnesota the most?
Or like the least, if you don't feel hate?
Yeah. The thing I dislike the most, I guess it's really come to light since it's gotten warmer, but the drivers.
Oh,
interesting. I don't think I understand Minnesota drivers, and it just pisses me off on a daily basis.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah.
What are the habits that bug you the most?
I think, first of all, like the speed limits on highways in Texas are all 70, so everyone drives way too slow here.
Which means 80.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So no one's actually going 70. I don't know how they teach y'all in driver's ed how to change lanes, because it seems like you just get cut off instead of like merging into a lane. It's just like, well, now this car is going to be in front of me. These are all nitpicky things, and I'm maybe a terrible driver that just gets too angry. But yeah, I mean, driving too slow, I feel like people speed up and then slow down and speed up and slow down, and I just can't like.
That bugs me real bad. And I don't know that it's just here. I've driven all over, and so I can't really pinpoint it to here, but I'm like a cruise control user.
Yeah.
And when somebody is doing this next to me, you know, and I'm like, I'm on cruise control, I know that I'm not doing that.
Sure.
And they're just that, makes me feel crazy.
Yes. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? I don't know.
Yeah. They're only like reacting to you. And they're like, oh, I got to catch that guy. And then they get ahead of you and they're like, good guy.
Yes.
And then they fall back.
Slow down. And it's like, it's crazy. I've never experienced that in my driving, adulthood of driving. And I probably get way angrier than I should. But that's what drives me bonkers about this place.
That's fair.
Sure. Yeah.
It's an interesting answer. I've not heard that one.
I've heard people gripe about it. You know. One thing that we've heard is the fast lane on a highway. The theory is, not here, the theory is that should only be for passing.
Sure.
And it's a passing lane. And here it's not really the passing lane.
You mean the left lane?
Yeah.
The far left.
Yeah. It's just like the idea is you're going faster than the traffic in the right lane. So you just stay there. Again, a driving instructor might tell me otherwise, but I'm like, that's what people are doing.
That's what people use it for. In most places, for sure.
But some people think that it should only be for passing.
Yeah.
Which is a very European thing. They're crazy about that.
Yeah.
It's like illegal to be in it, to just be chilling.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I mean, I've tried to tell myself it's the nice, easy pace of life up here. People are just enjoying their drives, and I should lean into that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try that tactic.
There might be some of that.
Maybe.
Yeah. There might be some of that, but that doesn't make it less annoying when you are in a hurry or when you're like, when it feels like it's jamming you up for no reason at all.
Yeah. And then I guess talking to Steve about this on the way up here. Last year when we were looking at houses, it seemed like there was just construction everywhere and streets closed. And I was like, okay, this is just like an anomaly. But I was also informed that there's construction season in Minnesota, and this is it. So,
unfortunately, that is not.
Yeah, we got to fix all those potholes that we get during the spring.
Yeah. But it's crazier that things take so much longer to get to now than when there's 6 feet of snow on the ground.
I don't know how this could be true. We were, again, talking about this on the way up, but like it does just feel like there's like twice as many people on the road during summer.
I've been hitting more traffic in the last month or two than I have for the last 3 years, probably.
So I mean, road construction for sure, but I just don't. It just feels like there's way more people, and maybe it's summer, people are out and about, but also it's just like it just doesn't seem like the disparity should be that great.
Yeah, I think pre-COVID traffic was worse than it is now, and then COVID made it actually where like I was like, I don't think I've been in stop and go, except maybe for like a crazy accident. Like maybe a couple times in the last 3 years. But now I'm like, oh, it's actually like slow and go traffic during rush hour. Some people laugh at us because they're like, this isn't really.
It's all relative, right? Yeah. So you think we're getting back to pre-COVID levels of traffic?
Certainly closer to it. I still don't think it's as bad as it was. But.
Yeah, the last 3 years are kind of like a weird, sample.
Totally.
Yeah.
So okay, so what do you like best about where you live now?
You mean Minnesota in general? Or
your house, your neighborhood, your...
I mean, specific to where I live, I mean, my neighbors are great. Like, my next door neighbors have now become very close friends. Cool. So that's amazing. Great. We were talking about with the weather earlier. I was on a bike ride last week, and I think it was by Lake Harriet, and it was just like, was it last week when the weather was like in the 70s and just like absolutely perfect?
I think so, yeah.
People were out, people were playing volleyball, like hanging out on the grass, just taking walks, and like Yeah, it was by Lake Harry because whatever that museum is,
The Bakken
was over there, and it was just like this beautiful, perfect snippet of a Minnesota early spring, late spring, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, this is just incredible, like absolutely perfect. And so just being able to lean into the flip side of winter and just being outside. I mean, it's just been great that there's so much to do outside and eat and drink, and it's been awesome.
And sometimes I think that's like the accessibility of all those things. The amount of parks we have is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that, it's like, it is a response, whether or not it's conscious, it's a response to the cold. You know, it's a response to not having that.
Sure.
You know, and our natural beauty here is awesome.
It's wild.
And the spring, and you know, like when people, I love that, like the first like 45-degree day, and there's people like running every, like, whoa,
March and early April.
It's like, okay, we can do it now. Yeah, I love that. I love that feeling.
Someone explained it to me as and I quote, an explosion of life. And I think that's pretty accurate. Like seems like overnight, just everything. Yeah.
It feels very natural to me. Obviously, I've lived here my whole life, but it feels like what people are supposed to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The rhythm, it
whether or not it
feels
is,
like there is like a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
I mean, the winter is the easiest thing to point to. It's just, you're pent up for, you know, group collective pent up for, 6 months or whatever, 4 months.
Yeah, 4.